fellow delegates and friends. My name is Mark Barr. I'm on the board of the Utah Stonewall Democrats. And on behalf of myself and our support over here, it's my great honor and privilege to nominate Ben McAdams for Senate District 2. Thank you very much.
You know, I would happily give my speech away if anybody wants to give it to you. I'd like to say thanks first of all to the candidates who have run today and put their names forward. Now speaking from experience for the first time, I can speak louder. I hate to be stuck behind the podium. You can't hear me? Okay. Well, I'm stuck behind the podium. To the candidates, now speaking from a position of having been a candidate, I know it is not an easy thing, and I thank them for putting their names out and for making this process better and their support of the Utah Democratic Party. Thank you to all of you for coming today, for taking time away from your busy schedules during this holiday season, and for your support of the Utah Democratic Party and for the state of Utah. Let me just say first of all that the past 2 weeks have been invigorating. As I've been meeting with you, reconnecting with many of you, listening to your concerns and your dreams for a better Utah, I have learned many lessons on your doorsteps. First and foremost lesson I've learned is that I need a warmer coat. You know, I'd like to introduce you to my mother who's here today. My mother is a school teacher. Stand up, please. My mother's a school teacher who raised her kids pretty much alone on an educator's salary. We live paycheck to paycheck and struggle to get by for a lot of our life. My mother knows my political views. We talk about politics quite a bit in our home, and typically she agrees with me. My mother knows that I feel strongly about LGBT equality. And one of the first conversations I had when I decided to run for office was with my mother. I wanted to let her know because she lives in a conservative part of Davis County. I don't know that there's a different part of Davis County. She lives in the conservative part. And I wanted to talk to my mother and let her know that I plan to be a visible ally for gay and transgender Utahns, and to let her know that she may be receiving some questions or criticisms from some of her neighbors. After I finished explaining this to my mother, to my mom, she looked at me and she said, "Is that all?" Because I thought you were going to say you weren't going to support education. As a school teacher, Mom, don't worry. I will support teacher pay, smaller class size, and giving you the tools you need for your students. Now, my mother isn't necessarily the political type, but one of the things she taught me growing up was to value diversity, that we all need to be friends and allies. This has really been my passion in my work. This is who I am. But more importantly, this is who we are. When you look at this room full of good Democrats here today, this is who we are. We are allies of working families. We are allies of education. We are allies of fairness and equality. We are allies to the environment, and we stand united. We stand united. We are the Democratic Party. We are agents of change, and thank you for being here today. As I've visited with you over the last 2 weeks and listened to you and your concerns and your dreams, I've discovered that we are united by some very important core issues that I feel strongly about. I will fight against Utah becoming a dumping ground for nuclear waste. I will fight for students and oppose cuts to education funding. I will fight for ethics reform, and if the legislature won't do it, then we'll do it with an initiative. And I will fight for statewide protections against discrimination at work and at home. I stand ready to fight for you on day one of the legislative session, and our fight will continue into the 2010 election season, and the question I have for you is, will you fight with me? With progressive leaders like Scott McCoy, Paula Julander, Bob Steiner, Karen Shepard, and Francis Farley. More importantly, we also enjoy the talents of current leaders like Rebecca Chavez-Hauk, Larry Wiley, Joanne Milner, and Christine Johnson. Our district has a legacy of sending strong voices to the legislature, and today, you as delegates will decide who will continue that legacy. As delegates, that decision belongs to you. I have worked hard at the legislature. I have listened. I have developed mature relationships and relationships in the House and the Senate on both sides of the aisle. And you know, because of my conversations with you, that I will stand my ground as we work to achieve common ground. I'm Ben McAdams, and I ask for your vote to represent you in the state Senate.
Yeah!